The Runner and Gunner Show!
This is my right, a right given by God to live a free life, to live in free.
Monday morning crack! And a beautiful happy May. Cheers to you, Gunner. Cheers! Runner! I'm going to tell you one thing. I love this new spring weather that we're having. This spring weather, especially wherever you may be, it doesn't really matter, but spring in a special place called Los Angeles, Southern California.
Oh, Southern California.
It is freaking shiny. It is beautiful weather.
You have no idea.
Mid-70s.
If you live in Germany, you have no idea what the weather in California is like. You have no idea what the women in California are like. California women, you know,
California
I
chicks.
wish they all could be California girls. And guess what? You're free to talk to any one of them.
Yep, there's no limits.
Except for Beyonce. She'll get you fired from your job.
She'll get you shot. I mean, Beyonce.
Or Zuckerberg's chick. Don't talk to her either.
Don't talk to her, and don't talk to Ivana Viva Trump.
And do not talk about Ivana from Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Ivana White.
Ivana White, don't talk about her.
Ivanka White.
Because you don't want you if you want to be with her. So, what we're here talking about is it's free out here in the greatest country on earth, besides your country. Ours is pretty much tied with yours, and yours is tied with ours. So we're all great, we're all amazing, and we're all here on a beautiful Monday morning that had just had Cinco de Mayo pass, fights pass, all this crazy stuff happened this weekend. It was a great weekend, and guess what? There's a way that we all connect. How do we all connect?
We all connect because the particles that we breathe are from outer space that have been recycled for 2 billion of years, which means
atoms and
particles from that side of the earth are from this particles of this side of the earth, and particles from this side of the earth are from the particles from the moon, from Mars, and we're all
scientifically,
Martians.
what you're saying, Gunnar, is that we all connect somehow scientifically.
We are all the same particles recycled.
And so since we all connect, why don't we just talk about connect? What is connect?
What is
people
connect?
want to know. Everybody wants to know what connect is. So we are going to explain to you.
Connect the video game?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Connect the video game.
I thought you were talking about connections, like human connections.
Connect for?
Like touch and love and warmth. Oh, wait.
Well, that's a whole different way of connecting. But, I mean, there's emotional connection. There's physical connection. And then there is connect.
Where you work together?
Video game that you work together.
How are the pyramids made? Connect.
While connecting.
Connection.
All these people
minds
have
connected.
mental connection.
Minds could connect. Bodies could connect. Man work could connect. Minds and bodies connecting equals man work.
And equals power.
5 people carrying something is obviously less than 1 person carrying it.
And when you all connect, you get more power. And what does power do? It turns things on. And it triggers electricity. And what do you need to play connect? Electricity. In order to play connect. So what we're talking about
all of a sudden, connect on the PlayStation 2. What is it about?
What is that?
The PlayStation 2 is like...
What are we getting at here?
No, was it PlayStation 3 or was it Playstation 4?
I think 2, I believe it all started because Xbox 360 and PlayStation...
a ball on it and you like point it at the screen.
Zoom.
And then Xbox had one where you like wave your hands. It was the Connect.
I am your father.
PlayStation Connect and Xbox Connect, and then like I think the Wii tried to do it, but everybody knew they were faking it, and so no one believed in it.
So the Wii failed, is what you're saying.
They did have the Wii Fit. Remember the Wii Fit?
We had a different kind of Connect, though. They had that little thumb.
Revolution.
Oh, yeah, that's true. The Wii Fit. Didn't they have like a pad? You connect it, and they have like a pad, and you kind of dance on it. Oh, my Lord. We don't want to talk about that. Yeah, that didn't make it too far. They didn't get too many sales of that one because it wasn't maxi enough. But the Wii Connect, it had a lot of connections.
Couldn't run far enough.
Yeah, I heard it drips. But anyways, don't trip because we got the Kinect right here. So the Kinect it did start off on PS2, I believe, and it was just like a little bar, a little sensor bar, and you would hold this magic wand, and you would be like freaking what's the guy from
the sensor?
What's the wizard from?
I guess the Wii did do. They did it first.
The Wizard of Oz or whatever.
You took the wand because the PlayStation Kinect was. It was the Wii with the ball on it. Come on, let's give it a break.
So you were like Willow with the magic
give
stick.
Give the Nintendo a break,
and waving the wand. All the little kids were waving the little wooden wand stick.
Well, the Wii it was a controller, right? It was a long controller. You pointed at the screen. But
the Wii started the first
PlayStation,
one. The Kinect was different.
Oh, was it called the Kinect on PlayStation?
I don't know. I
Kinect
believe
was Xbox.
So. Xbox 360.
Remember, you'd wave your hands with the Kinect. You could.
Yeah. The Kinect was a whole different thing. They even had a Sonic game for the Kinect. But wait.
They should do that though. Like that technology should be like evolved now. Like when you're playing Xbox, you should be able to wave your hand from the Xbox and pick the menu.
You should be able to.
And now they took it away. Like,
and they took it away.
What was the point of introducing that $1 million Oh, I get it because times changed. But times
have changed, too expensive.
And now it's
for
just
back
VR.
Then because of all the recessions that have happened and every kind of all the changes in the economy,
the chip shortage,
and plus
from
the
China.
graphics were way better without it. So they figured, why do we even need this when the graphics are so high that we don't really need this and nobody's going to want to buy it anymore? People change. The market changed. And the whole industry of video games had changed since then.
Honestly, I wasn't ever down. It didn't ever catch my attention.
Me either.
I thought it was a cool gimmick. But
it was kind of cool. I mean, I didn't really
a can of pork and beans. Either. A can of pork and beans is a good gimmick. All you got to do is put some maple syrup and some pinto beans.
Bacon. Don't forget that bacon.
And you got yourself pork and beans.
And you got yourself a yummy side dish.
It's just a little gimmick. Nintendo did it first anyways with the Switch. PlayStation 2 actually probably did it first.
Yeah, I think so. I think PlayStation 2 originated it. Then the Wii, but then Xbox 360 had kind of an interesting concept, and they called it the
original
Kinect.
Kind of had a thing.
They had a little one, but the
little one
Kinect one was kind of bigger, and it kind of made a little jump, but it didn't jump too far. But it did make something.
But let's give it up though. We know that everyone's played Wii bongos.
Yeah.
Wii
those
maracas.
are cool. The bongos are cool for Donkey Kong.
Guitar Hero. You all played Dance Revolution.
Guitar Hero.
You've all played Rock Band. You've all played these interactive games,
so
if you want to pretty much the same thing at its core.
See, there's a way we could go all the way back, and we could even talk about the Nintendo NES glove. But that was one of the first ones. That was way back, and they had that little dumb robot. I forgot his name, but you played Gyro Mike. I think Rob the robot.
Yep, for Nintendo.
NES. I'm talking about NES Classic.
Great invention.
People, this is way back. We're talking about.
I think it
far.
still captures the imagination.
It kind of started with that, I guess, but then they tried to upgrade it year by year.
I'm thinking though, so the earthquakes the boulders are falling from. No, keep going. I'm sorry,
I was year by year they tried to invent it, and it started with Rob, and then they put the glove, but everything was failing. It was all failing though. Everybody said it was terrible.
We bought it. We all had it.
We all had it. We all had it, and we tried it.
We're from California,
and it wasn't. As advertised. As advertised, it looked like something that's going to blow your mind and take you to a whole new concept of gaming. It really didn't do that. I prefer the controller.
Made it look like you could uppercut someone's chin.
Oh, yeah. While playing like Double Dragon. It made it look like Double Dragon was turned into like some kind of...
It made it look like you
VR boxing or something.
Someone's neck and their head would fall off.
Yeah. Yeah, so it all actually started way back in the 80s. But we're talking about the Kinect, which started in the early 2000s.
We're talking about the Kinect, everybody. So
early
go
2000s.
out and buy it.
Check it out. Look into it. There's videos on YouTube. There's a lot of stuff. And just let them know that Runner Gunner sent you there.
All right, everybody. That's the Kinect, everybody. The Kinect is now the VR for PlayStation 2,
Kinect!
5, 7. It's now the PlayStation VR. It's also called what's the Oculus?
Oculus. Oh yeah.
Nintendo Switch has got
as it evolved, it turned into PSVR, Oculus, PSVR 2 they have now. So I mean, it's still growing, and they have the little wand now, and the wand but it still uses a sensor. So they haven't perfected it to where you don't need a sensor, and they should actually have a built into the console VR. That should be the next step. If you could do a built into the console type of connecting or a VR, wouldn't it be so awesome to just throw on your goggles? The VR is already in the console, and so all you got to do is just move around, and it'll automatically sense your movement. How amazing would that be? Jump on it, PlayStation. jump on it, Nintendo, and jump on it, Xbox. You guys, there's the layout, the blueprint. Now, if you guys get down to it,
I just want to tell everybody out there that this is the part of the show when we talk about
we're already here?
politics.
Oh, no.
We're saying right now that women are PO'd, man.
They're PO'd.
They're PO'd.
angry.
They're angry as a bird out of a cage, and they're
Yes,
not
they
going to
are.
take it anymore.
They're angry.
And so, with all this PMS going around,
So it's time to get into that.
people are going to have to fight. Heads are going to have to roll.
You know what, Gunner? Speaking of PMS, why don't we talk about it? Why don't we just let them know what PMS stands for in the video game world? And it stands for this.
Players from Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter.
So we're gonna stick with the original. This is
We're
how
going to start with
this
Sonya.
is part of Capcom versus
yes, we
Midway
are.
Part 2. So it's
And
a little bit
Chun-Li.
of that. So we're gonna go with I'm taking Sonya, you're taking Chun-Li, and they're going
No,
head to head.
you're taking
PMS.
Chun-Li. I'm taking Sonya.
All right. Well, either one. I mean, I'll take them both out.
Oh, no, wait. I'm taking Chun-Li. You're taking Sonya.
Okay. All right.
No,
So,
sorry, Chun-Li. I did
so-
not mean that. No more rice.
so if I took Sonya out, she'll probably choke me with her legs, and
All right.
it won't feel too nice. No more rice.
So I got Street Fighter. Runner's got Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
I am going to base my best players from that video game to verse Runner's best players from the Mortal Kombat original
series.
and
But
part
we're going
2.
from the original and part 2, and we're going from Street Fighter 1 and 2 also. So we're going for
So that's the catch.
the original-
Runner can use Mortal Kombat 1 and 2.
and Gunner
Gunner
can use
only use Street Fighter
1
2.
and 2. Well, you could use 1
Well,
if you want.
the
but
very
it's pretty much
original one?
it's horrible.
It was horrible.
I'm not gonna lie, it was a horrible
In fact,
game.
I don't want to claim it.
Don't even claim. All right, Street Fighter 2. So I got MK 1 and 2. So as we were saying,
Hold on, let's take a sip. Let's do this honorable. This is an
Okay.
honorable match.
cheers to this.
A gentleman's match.
I shall sip with you,
And
sir.
it's scored by the audience, too.
This is the gentleman's match. Everybody be prepared.
All right.
So we got Street Fighter, we got Mortal Kombat, we got Sonya.
So the first match is just a scrum. It's just a scrum.
just
Let's just throw out some fighters. I'm going to pick Vega.
Vega, huh?
Go on. It's just a
So
scrum.
you got your
Just
claw,
a scrum.
You got your Claw, you
We
got
know
Vega.
everyone came for Ken
got-
versus Scorpion.
We're not there
And
yet.
Ryu
We don't know.
versus
We don't know who I'm
Sub-Zero.
gonna pick. I mean, it depends who I pick
And
versus
Bison
your guy.
versus
Since you go
Raiden.
first, I go first next round, and I go second this round. So I
This
get,
is
I get
just
2
scrum.
picks in a
So
row.
yeah, go ahead.
So you got Vega, as
I
you were
got
saying.
Vega.
Vega has a mask and a claw. Oh, describe Vega for us so they know.
Well,
What-
Vega
what's
is a
going on?
Mexican, and he's from Mexico. Well, he's from Spain. Same thing. He's a brown person, and he's skinny. He's a bullfighter. He's like a luchador. He jumps off
Right.
of the cage. He's the only character in the game who could do a backflip off the cage.
Sounds very
He's the only character
intriguing.
in the game who can get his weapon knocked off of him,
Yeah. so-
and his mask could also be knocked off of him. He's
That's
the only
kind of an
character in the
issue.
game. It was fun to be him because when like your opponent would knock your mask off, I don't know, like it would build you up. You'd be like, "Oh, nah, you did not." And boom, 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 Vega wins.
So Vega is your character, and now
Vega's
me.
it.
I'm straight out skipping Mortal Kombat 1. I'm going straight into Mortal Kombat 2, bringing out one of my guns, and I'm going with the creature known as Baraka. And what Baraka does.
Oh, that's a good match.
And so, since they both use their
Who did I
hands,
say?
claws, Vega versus Baraka. Vega versus Baraka, everybody. And so, what Baraka has coming to the table, what he brings is he's got these big old arms for slicers. His arms aren't regular arms. He knows how to transform them, kind of like the Terminator 2 guy, but he transforms his arms into big old shanks. And what he does is he slices faces. He could do a kind of scissors. It's a scissor move, and if you run into a scissor move, he chops you up. Chop, chop, chop. He dices you like a butcher. He butchers your whole body, and he chops off heads. He's an ugly-looking, crazy monster with fangs all over his
Mortal
face.
Kombat 2.
Mortal Kombat 2. This is Baraka. So, I put up Baraka. You put up
And
Vega.
he's since become a very original character.
Oh, yeah. He's one of the greats now.
Yeah.
He's a classic
He's in Mortal
original.
Kombat 11.
But he started as Mortal Kombat 2. So,
He's kind of like Kato, but he was different. He had metal teeth and metal arms. Get
Yeah,
out of
he's
the metal
nuts.
face.
So I would say I think Baraka wins this match. I don't know about you, Gunner, but
Hold on. Let's get down to it.
take it to the streets.
All
All right, that's it. Let's take it to the streets. I didn't know we were going to the streets. All right, here we go.
right, here we
The
go.
fight begins. Vega, I remember Vega has that rolling type
All right,
of thing where he
so let's
rolls
see.
and he claws.
Vega versus Baraka.
Baraka.
Vega strikes Baraka across the face. Quack, quack.
Baraka brings out one slicer, gives him one quick slice to the face.
But he misses.
The miss.
And it only
duck,
slices his mask.
slice the mask off.
Vega takes a freaking back suplex off the cage and
Hits
slices
him.
Baraka's head off.
Oh,
And Baraka's
man.
dead forever.
Baraka's dead.
But wait,
Baraka
Baraka's
got
head's
slammed.
not sliced off. He was just playing around.
It was a joke. Vega runs up to win this championship to claim his head. Baraka does the scissors move, dices him up. Oh no! Is Vega done forever?
Oh, Vega's missing some skin, but with one last effort,
The final skin move.
he does
Without
a
his claw.
off the side of the screen,
Boom.
slashes and misses.
Missed him. Oh man.
Finish him.
Finish him. Baraka slices off both Vega's arms. Whoosh. Then chops his head off. Whoosh. Holds his head on his freaking scissor like a pike and says, "Goodbye, Vega." Baraka wins.
Goodbye, Vega. Goodbye, Vega.
Round one is in, everybody.
Goodbye, Vega.
We're sorry, but
Goodbye,
if you're going for
Vega.
Street Fighter 2 in this one, Mortal Kombat 2 wins. The next matchup, I've got to pick my first character since Gunner went first last time, and I'm going to go with the illustrious Frozenness. Guy who lives in the snow, but knows how to make you cold. The guy who delivers blizzards and who freaking shoots out ice like a wizard. His name is Sub-Zero. An all-time classic from Mortal Kombat 1. We got Sub-Zero. He shoots out ice. He shoots out ice up in the air and can drop it to you. He shoots out ice on the floor and can get you. Sub-Zero knows what to do, and Sub-Zero is amazing. Who do we got on Street Fighter 2 up against Frozen Man?
Oh, so you got Sub-Zero.
Zero.
All right, so you're going Sub-Zero.
Oh, yeah.
and I'm going to pick, of course, obviously, like I said earlier, I'm picking Ryu.
Oh!
Because
Whoa.
Ryu versus Sub-Zero is how it's supposed to be.
Whoa!
Ryu, who's pretty much Daniel's son from the Karate Kid, who was
Oh, yeah.
trained by Mr. Miyagi with his friend Johnny from freaking the rival, karate place where you get taught karate. And then Ryu had to fight Sub-Zero, his death partner. That is who his evil death person is. When you put the reverse of Ryu, you're left with Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero. And so, as the match begins, Sub-Zero shoots a freezing thing at Ryu. He shoots his frozen ices. Ken, sorry about that. Ken freezes up.
No, Ryu.
Oh, it's Ryu.
Ryu versus Sub-Zero.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay,
So
Ryu.
the match is going to be...
So it's Japan versus Japan.
So Runner thinks that Sub-Zero
Sub-Zero
from Midway Games.
from Midway.
This is what the episode's about. Let's break it down for them before we get into this.
Okay, all right. Go ahead. Let's sound.
Look,
Let's
this
sound what it
episode,
is. What the truth is. Here
like
we go.
all of our episodes, is about video games.
Video games.
In this particular episode, in case you haven't been listening
Or haven't figured it out yet. Come on, guys.
or if we said something that triggered you and you were
you went to
spaced
a
out for
different
the last
place.
15 minutes,
Yeah, if you went somewhere else, it's okay. Welcome back.
welcome back.
So here, this is what it's about.
This is what it's about. It's about Capcom games,
Versus,
Midway Games.
yes.
And so, they both have plenty of games.
Mhm.
But for this particular segment,
So many tons of
we're doing
games.
Street Fighter 2.
Versus
versus
Mortal Kombat 1
1
and
and
2. And I took, all right, so the first, to break it all down to a quick little review, Vega versus Baraka. Baraka won by a fatality. But now we got Ryu versus,
Sub-Zero.
and it's a Freezer versus an Hadouken guy. I mean, this is a tough match because they both have things that fire. So they both fire stuff out against each other. It's a crazy matchup. It's going to be a tough. Whoever wins, this is going to be one of the craziest matchups ever in the whole world.
Shall we?
So let's get down to it. Let's break this fight down.
Oh, wait, but we got to take a quick commercial break first.
See, you guys, we can't get down to it because our sponsors are calling for us. So we got to go. I mean, we got to go for a second, but we'll be right back with
take a second.
The hugest fight ever so far.
Ryu versus Sub-Zero.
Ryu versus Sub-Zero. We'll be right back with that and much, much more.
Oh, wait, we're also going to be talking about the presidential elections in 2024.
Right. The new presidents, who's going to be elected, who's going to be diselected,
who's going to be selected. Of Florida.
Who's going to be rejected.
And we're also talking about the rights of individuals.
And all. And plus, a lot of murder.
And so much more. And so much more.
After
these commercial breaks.
Hi guys, don't even call me Steve no more. My name is now Steve the Legend.
Hey, yo, Steve, do you want to be in the gang?
I got all that stuff, man. I got all the chemical stuff to build our gang.
Well, then go ahead and sell these drugs, bro.
Let me take them to the lab and I'll make them 10 times stronger.
Steve Urkel, you just killed Millie and the whole gang.
It's alright. We still got drugs on the streets. I'm Steve.
Take a deeper look at the serious version of Family Matters, where Steve Urkel is not only just a nerd, but he is also awesome.
I'm so cool, guys. I got street cred and everything. Get your knives and straps. I'm gonna smoke everybody if they mess with my drugs.
Hey, yo, Steve. I know you've been sleeping
What,
over
Carl?
every single night.
Huh? What you want?
But Laura's pregnant.
Did I do that?
So this summer, watch on Netflix Family Matters, the true version. Only on Netflix.
Did I do that?
Us here at
What's
the
up,
Runner and Gunner
everybody? It's
Show.
the Runner and Gunner Show.
Hey, everybody.
We're here to tell you that we know that the Runner and Gunner Show jokes around about alcohol and drugs and cigarettes,
tobacco,
and chicks in bikinis.
wacky tobacco.
But we know that out of all four things that I just said, the only thing that you should be doing is chicks in bikinis
every day.
We don't condone drinking.
Don't drink.
We don't condone smoking.
Don't smoke.
And we rest assured don't condone drug use or any type of abuse like that at all.
And don't do drugs.
In fact, in case you have any of those problems, seek the help that you need immediately.
As soon as you can. Go get your family, go get your friends, and don't do any of those things because we don't condone any of them here on the Runner Gunner Show. If you want to be a winner, then you don't need drugs, alcohol, or cigarettes.
So everybody out there, stay safe and stay clean.
Yeah.
Hey, Runner, what's that? Stay safe and stay clean. What's up, everybody?
Thank you to our sponsors out there.
I don't know about you, but in the morning
What's up,
on Monday,
Gunner?
all I want to do is listen to like classic rock or some rock and roll.
Well, something that'll wake you up and get you in a good mood at the same time.
I guess if you're a rapper, listen to your rap, or if you
or
listen
if
to Cardi B,
like the R&B
don't
stuff,
listen to that garbage.
Listen to some R&B, and don't listen to garbage is what we're talking about. Listen to good stuff that keeps you, whatever lifts you up and picks you up and makes you pumped and makes you feel good.
Yeah,
listen to that.
So anyways, it's 5 a.m. here.
Good Monday to you.
The sun is just coming up. We got sips in us.
What a beautiful sunshine.
It just feels good to be alive, you know. God bless everyone.
All of us.
It is nice.
With the beautiful sun going over the horizon.
It's
Monday. So great on this Monday.
Hey, and you remember what I said last week? Imagine yourself this Sunday on top of the world, doing everything, accomplishing every task on your list. Task
List.
Boom, stop that. Boobies in your face. All right, everyone. Task
Oh!
on your list. Complete the task on your list. This Sunday, you're going to stand at the end of the week and have accomplished
Are you
everything.
even having any Lisky?
Have some whiskey and
Lisky.
whiskey. Everybody
So
out
everybody,
there,
let's get down to the. Speaking
get
of
back
list,
down to the show.
let's get down to a list, and this list will be back to where we were before, which is Capcom Gunner versus Midway Runner. And here we go.
All
the
right.
first Capcom game on this list
So if
by
you're not
Gunner
convinced that
will
Capcom wins,
be.
then let me just throw out a couple names of some video games that you might know.
Go ahead. Yeah, I mean, I got some games here that might blow people's minds also, because Midway is no joke. They actually did some stuff, and they showed many units. So it's going to be a close competition. It's not going to be a blowaway. I guarantee you that when I say the games, a lot of people are going to recognize them. What do you got, Gunner?
So the first one I got is Code Veronica, Resident Evil.
Oh, very good game. Wow.
What do you think?
All right,
what do you
I'll
got,
throw out.
Gunner?
All right, here we go. I got a little game called Killer Instinct.
Oh, my favorite game ever.
That was a great fighting game. Very good game.
Hey, did they do Clay Fighters?
Oh yeah,
They did?
they did the Clay Fighters as well.
Midway did Clay Fighters.
No, they didn't. But I'd like to think they did. So what do you got for us, Gunner?
I gotta do it. Breath of Fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
See, that reminds me of some of my dates when I woke up and,
That
we
reminds
had a
me of
long
some
night of
chicks
drinking and then wake up next to the
with
girl.
big tatas
And
and
she woke up
beautiful
and
lips.
she had some breath of fire. Woo! Be smelling that stuff. Okay. Anyways, I got a great game, a freaking amazing, one of my favorite games on this list too. And I used to actually play it. You get in a little car booth and you drive your car. This game is called Cruisin' USA.
All right, well,
So Cruisin' USA, if you guys remember it, it was cool. So that's the good one. You got anything, Gunner?
I got a game that's not really a game, but it's like a compilation of games, but you could get it on your PlayStation 4.
Okay.
It is called the Capcom Arcade Cabinet.
Ooh, I heard about that. Yeah,
And
that's
there's
a great
two
one.
of them.
Yeah, they have so many. That's like a variety of,
Yep.
of video
Old
games,
school
right?
90s, 80s games.
Man,
Yep.
that's a good one. That's a tough one to beat. But I do have a good game that was actually really good. Had a lot of different characters from their genre of sports, and it's called WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game. That was a good one. I used to spend quarters on that game actually, and you just get in. It's like a big Royal Rumble thing, and everybody goes all out. Or sometimes they have tagged, triple tag team and one-on-one. It was
Midway
a great game.
did that? Are you sure Midway did that?
Midway.
Are you sure? Let's look it up.
Midway. And
All right, I believe you.
they did it for PlayStation.
So I got this one, Capcom Baseball. Only one.
Oh, that's a good one.
And it was in the 90s, and we played it. We played it.
I remember playing it. It was a great game. And what about Area 51? What a crazy game that was.
What a
Windows
crazy game that was.
N64 and PlayStation released that one. A very good game.
All right, this next one, everybody knows this next one. If you got an Xbox or PlayStation, it's called the Capcom Beat 'em Up Bundle.
Oh, man. That's going to be
and
hard to
every
beat.
game
That's a
on
good
that,
one.
yeah. Every
Yeah,
game
that's
on
a
that
great
from
one.
Capcom is just winner stellar.
Another great release. Capcom is doing well. And
Stellar
I got
selling.
Doom 64. Doom original was very good. Doom on 64 was great. That was a Midway classic as well. Doom 64, get it. Or try it. If you haven't tried it yet, get out there and play it. It's a good game.
All right, everybody, I got Capcom versus SNK.
Ooh.
Do you remember?
Yes, I do. That's another classic right there.
That is it.
That was a good one. That is probably the one. Well, a lot of cruising games, a lot of racing games they did.
Cruising? Oh, that man.
They did all cruising. But
you win.
they also did Ready to Rumble Boxing, which is kind of a cartoonish like boxing game, but it's very cool. Came out in 1999. Check it out if you haven't heard of it. Midway.
Oh wait, you were gonna win, except for I have Capcom Ghost and Goblins.
Oh man!
There we go,
Blows
everybody.
away the competition.
There we
I
are.
don't think I have anything that could top it. I mean, there's nothing close to that, except the games I mentioned in our last show. But I did not mention that we actually
You could talk
in
about them
Midway
again.
have MLB Slugfest 2000 to 2003.
Oh man,
3
that's a
years of
good one.
Slugfest. So, I mean, that was a lot of very brutal, cool game. Check it out if you're a baseball fan or if you're a fan of any sports game. It's like a Blitz but in baseball form.
All right. Well, you want to hear a game that's going to make the ladies' toes tingle?
Whoa, man.
Final Fight 1, 2, and 3
Wow.
by Capcom.
Man, that is blowing away. Oh, man. All right, that took a big leap forward for you. Because what I'm going to come with is a game that's not even well known. I'm just saying it because I was a fan of this game, and it's called The Suffering. The Suffering is a really cool game. It's kind of like Resident Evil.
Yeah, that is
It's a psycho game, and yeah, it has a very... Just check it out. Look it up on YouTube. Check it out. If you're a true gamer fan, you will like it. It was on PS2, Xbox, and Windows. What else you got for us, Gunner? Some mind-blowing ones? You've been dominating the mind-blowing ones, but I've actually got one ready. If you're not ready
apparently, Capcom helps Rockstar make Grand Theft Auto games.
Wow. See, that is mind-blowing. I knew you were going to blow our minds, but dang, that is beyond... Man, I don't know if I could beat that.
Look it up on the interweb. I'm pretty certain that's the truth.
That is tough to beat. I mean, Grand Theft Auto is one of the all-time classics.
Because, like, they're all part of the same crew.
Yes.
So sometimes when you need to borrow developers, you hire developers.
So you get new ideas from the other crew.
You just hire the best developers.
The best of the
best. Sometimes
best.
they're working for other people.
Yes, they were. And Midway did know violence as well, because they did have a game called Blitz the League. Blitz the League... I mean, they did every Blitz genre, every single game of Blitz, but Blitz the League was a different one because you could actually do illegal methods in that game. I'm not going to get into details, but if you want to know, go check it out.
But everyone just check that information. It may or may not be true, but I'm pretty certain that Capcom helped make the Grand Theft Auto games.
Trying to win by
Hey,
by
you want me to say Onimusha? That's definitely Capcom. Isn't that a lot like Grand Theft Auto 5 and 6? I think it is. But Onimusha, Capcom.
Onimusha. And one of the last games they made was also a big one. It was Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, which is a big game because whenever can you have Superman versus Scorpion versus anybody?
You're right.
So, I mean, that was huge.
It was a good
That was huge.
game.
It was a great game. It was amazing. I've actually played it myself. It came out on Windows, PS3, and Xbox 360.
All right, so I'm going to say the obvious: Resident Evil, Mega Man,
Dang.
Dead Rising.
Whoa. Kicking butt.
But Resident Evil, there you go. Resident Evil, I win instantly.
There's nothing bigger than Resident Evil. I don't think I have anything on
Monster
my list
Hunter,
bigger.
Monster Hunter is not Resident Evil.
Yeah, that's not as big, and it's not even as close to what
Mega
Resident Evil did in changing the whole game.
The violence, it changed the violence, the perspective.
Creating a genre. But Mortal Kombat might have, but I think they got taken over throughout a period of time. Midway had to sell it because they were going broke. So eventually, Midway had to give in to the gaming industry because they couldn't afford to keep on going because they were getting so many big games. So I think
Midway did do it. They just, they
did it at the beginning.
When like 5 people run your directory and then they're like 40 when their genius peaks.
Yeah.
And so then 2010,
they're going to be 50 and then 2020 they're 60 and it's done.
And they're millionaires. What passion do they need to make you a good video game?
They don't need any more.
Especially a violent video game, which is going to send their 70-year-old ass to hell.
See, but I got to say this. Midway did create a all-time classic that everybody still plays till this day. Everybody young, old. It's not Super Mario Brothers. It's Mrs. Pac-Man. Mrs. Pac-Man was a huge one. Midway created Mrs. Pac-Man, Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man.
Tampons.
It says that they were licensed by Midway. So I'm gonna believe my list, and
I believe it.
And they did Burger Time.
Then it existed.
If you've heard of Burger Time, they did that one. I mean, Space Invaders. Come on, how big was that in the '80s? But it doesn't compare to Resident Evil.
Midway.
So I mean,
hold on.
You're
Midway
still ahead
had
as
their
of
hands
now.
in Space Invaders.
Space
that kind of does compare.
Space Invaders and Deluxe
to Resident Evil and Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's pretty close. I mean, for the times. It was, but just by comparison,
Capcom also had the Tailspin video game.
Oh man!
It also had. It also says that it had parts of the Legend of Zelda: The Oracle of Seasons.
No way! Oh man! anything that touched Zelda. I mean, Zelda. Anything that touched any Zelda game is instantly
like
gold.
I said,
It's like
borrow
touching gold.
developers. It's a world, you
Mhm.
know. It's a whole world.
Yeah.
You want the top
So
developers.
So
and
just
there
like
they
I was
are.
talking about Pac-Man and everything, that might be borrowed developers, but I don't know if it might actually be fully developed since those games were sold. That back then they didn't really share developers.
But let's get
So
down to business.
it might be
Marvel versus Capcom. Capcom versus SNK. People still to this day love that game.
They still,
They make all those icons, like, you know, they put the Homer Simpson icon now. They put like the Sonic icon.
Yeah.
And they even do moves that, you know, they develop their own moves.
Yes.
And like hackers could develop their own person.
You're right.
And it's dope.
I've seen
It's
like
just
a Family Guy in there,
playground.
and they just throw whoever they want in those.
Video games need to be more like that, like a playground like that. They put so
Yeah.
many restrictions on video game
Yeah, now
internet
it's just hard.
compatibilities and
Yes.
interacting with each other.
Yes.
Probably because the Michael Jacksons of the world ruin it for everyone else.
Yeah, they do.
But, you know, like, let me tell you, PlayStation 5 has so much worse content online than they will ever have making their own video game.
But the only good thing
That is the
PlayStation
reason
5
they
does
don't-
have is they do share. They have that play share thing where you could share. If you're on a PS4 and somebody has a PS5 and they have a video game that you like, you can press the share button and you could, if you're the host of PS5, you could share it with the PS4 people or other PS5 people. And that is a new technology that hasn't ever came out. So that's one good thing about the PS5, and that just might make it worth it. It's in itself. But at the same time,
But
the
you can't
video games
interact
weren't
with
too
each other,
great.
you know?
Yeah,
You
that's
can't
the bad
interact
part.
with each
The
other.
non-interaction is not good. Yeah, like PC is automatic interact. Everybody automatically
PC
interacts
Instagram
forever.
Instagram's
Instagram,
automatic.
interact.
How come video game online games don't work as fast as Instagram yet? And all these developers, they're like wasting their time.
They put
doing
more
this
money
and that.
into video games than
Everybody,
into Instagram.
we gotta take
So
a commercial break.
I know. It's
But
getting a little technical here. But after the break, we're going to announce the winner of the big debate, which is Capcom versus Midway. But that will not be announced right now.
so everybody, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we're gonna be talking about the winner, Ryu versus Sub-Zero.
The finale
We just gave you a whole list of Capcom games.
and a whole list of Midway games.
Go ahead and play them, find them, play them.
Get down.
Go down to your local
Get
video
your
game shop.
joysticks, get your PCs.
They sell
Get 'em.
Segas.
Yeah,
They sell
go to your
Dreamcast, they
local
sell
pawn
Saturns.
shops or video game stores. Go look for them. Go get them. Look them up on YouTube. See how awesome they are. The games we name are all classics.
Capcom isn't as big of a name as it is 10 years ago.
And Midway isn't as big of a name as it was 20 years ago. So they were huge
Things
at
are
one
changing,
point.
video games are changing, but developers, even they're getting old. So that means new developers are coming. Old developers are going into different companies. You know, master developers, like developing is like kung fu. You don't like get old from it.
No,
Like you get stronger.
you get better.
Yeah.
Stronger and better.
So those
More knowledge.
developed developers,
Yeah.
if you will,
Developing.
are spread all around the new video game industry.
Developing.
And with all the strikes and mishaps and legal license
Yeah.
and administrations
Yes.
and vibrations, good vibrations, hopefully.
Good.
There has been a shortage of good video games, but believe me that in the next 5 years, we're going to be seeing some games that will keep you entertained for life.
Hours and days
Life.
in a row. Just
Yeah.
non-stop. And it's going to keep
Non-ending
on progressing.
Not
It's
any games
that keep
are
on
here.
progressing. It has begun.
Not
and it
any
will
games
stop.
are already here.
They are here. They are here because they keep progressing, and they're going to keep progressing because you play them online, and all you have to do is keep putting updates on those games. And once you put updates on those games and make them greater and better and greater, all that's going to happen is just going to keep selling units. And that's what they're looking now to sell. The biggest video game of all time is to keep progressing and getting better with updates and
So everybody
everything.
support your favorite video game, because if it sells, they'll make more of it.
And it might be the greatest of all time. But
We're living in a
our
world.
sponsors are calling on us, and we've got to take the break right now before we go over. So we'll be back.
We'll be
right
back
after
right after
these
commercial breaks. Do you have dirty laundry?
Oh, indeed I do. I mean, I've been running all day. I can't even stop running.
Do you got stains that need to be cleaned?
Only in the crack.
Well, how about you get yourself some Tide Pods, also available in Tide Powder and also available in Tide Liquid.
Ask me why I'm running to the bathroom. Hey, bad guacamole.
Get all those stains cleaned.
Oh man, those tacos are kicking in. Hurry up, Tide.
Get your clean shorts nice and white with the Tide Bleach, Tide Podcast Bleach.
Tide! My shorts are nice and white. Sub-Zero.
What's up, everybody? It's the
Versus
Runner and Gunner Show
Ryu.
podcast, the video
What's
game
up,
podcast.
everybody? We are
Actually,
here
if you look us
for-
up, we're officially right now called the Runner and Gunner Show. No, wait, the Runner and Gunner Podcast. No, wait, the Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast. We're a video game podcast. Obviously, we're talking about Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Obviously, we're
so,
a video game podcast.
This is just one of the series of many series about Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter, because this is only the second fight we've had on this whole podcast. But we are talking about the World Championship. And this World
we also
Championship
talk about
is going to be insane.
money. We also talk about rock and roll. We also talk about
Not rolling rock.
cars. We also talk about getting chicks.
Yeah.
We
Definitely.
also talk about all the things that you need to talk about to
Everything.
be cool.
Everything to be amazing.
Because you can be cool and have money and get chicks, but you still feel stupid. But the Runner and Gunner Show is telling you that, like,
It's true.
well,
That is
whatever
so true.
stage in life you are, you can feel awesome just by
Yeah.
turning everything awesome.
Yeah, just flip yourself around and see what is inside that can make you better. What can you improve in your life?
Yeah.
And how can you improve
Yeah.
in that perspective to become a non-Lenny?
Because imagine yourself, you flip a coin and then you call heads,
Heads,
and it falls on tails.
tails.
Now imagine that you could take that situation, pick it up, turn it on the heads, leave it flat, and be like, it's heads, and boom, it starts becoming heads.
And that's how you get into the positive mode of life.
And that's how you get into it. That's what the Runner and Gunner Show here
It's
is about.
That's what we're trying to teach you and show you and let you know that you can be awesome and you can be great and amazing. And that's what the facts are.
So let's talk about that final fight that everybody's listened to.
Oh, so you put it back on cold as ice?
Sub-Zero versus Ryu.
So we got Midway. We got Capcom. We got Sub-Zero. The
Versus
hero.
Ryu.
Versus Ryu.
Ken, he's warm.
The butt kicker.
Ryu's cold.
And here
You
we
know-
go. Here we go, everybody.
All
This is
right.
the final bout
Here we go.
of the evening. The morning. But whatever time you listen, afternoon, evening, night, it doesn't matter. Anytime you listen to Run Gunner Show, it's a great time. So we're telling you, Ryu versus Sub-Zero.
Ryu versus
Ryu
Sub-Zero.
has a lot to throw on the table. He has so many moves. He has kicks. He has Hadoukens. He has super duper uppercuts. And he has hard punches, little punches, big punches, stick punches, punches and bunches. But so does Sub-Zero have all that stuff.
Ryu's got a fireball. He's got a freaking headband.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a solution.
Oh,
He's got a freaking Ryuken.
no.
Also, though, he's got a freaking super ultimate move called the Fire Solution.
The super fire Hadouken that turns into, the whole screen turns pretty white. So, I mean, that's a bright screen when you look at it.
All right, so what does Sub-Zero got?
Sub-Zero has ice. And he has more ice than Antarctica, Alaska, and the North Pole combined. What he can do is he can freeze you up. He could punch you when you're frozen and break your skull and punch it in through the face. But there's a way to avoid the ice. You could duck under the ice, or you could jump over it. So, I mean, there's ways to avoid his ice. And is there ways to avoid the Hadouken and the drop kicks? Oh, Sub-Zero has That's all he has. It's pretty much ice.
Block.
And he has a lot of blocks. So you could block his ice with Ryu if you try. So in round one.
All right, so let's get down to it.
Let's get ready. So round one.
All right, here we go.
Ryu. What does Ryu do in round one?
All
At
right.
the beginning of the first round of the first match.
Hold on, before we
Of
get
the
to
world
it, we need to tell everybody that,
championship.
you know, chicks are awesome. Like,
Of course they are.
you if you're a man, you need to talk to some chicks.
Talk to them.
Like, when you see a beautiful lady sitting next to you and you don't talk to her, that is disrespectful.
That is.
It is disrespectful
stupid.
for her and is disrespectful for humanity.
It is.
Because pretty ladies,
Pretty
they
ladies.
need to be talked to.
And they demand attention.
And they demand it. And I
They
know, like,
demand the
haha,
attention.
we don't want to give ladies, we demand things. Nah.
Nope.
I'm saying in the perfect realm of awesome.
Yes.
And when you do what their freaking guts tell you to do,
Yes, you do.
you need to talk to that beautiful lady. Whether it's good or awesome, it needs to come out of your mouth. It needs to say it. You need to have that confidence.
Yeah, just tell her
self
something
inside of
cool.
you.
Tell her something great. And just be yourself. Because if you're not yourself, then it's never going to happen. If you are pretending you aren't, you're someone who you're not, it's never going to happen. You're never going to progress anywhere. So you can fake all that. Even if you flash all this money and you say, hey, come with me, I have a lot of money.
It's not about the
But
money.
if you're not yourself,
It's about the
it's
fuzzy
never
nuts.
going to matter.
It's about the fuzzy nuts.
It's never going to matter. Yeah, it's about the big bowl.
The fuzzy nuts. You know when
It's
you
about
got
the
fuzzy
cannon.
nuts when you talk to a hot chick? Like, woo!
Woo!
And I'm not talking about like nuts. I'm talking about like peanuts. I'm talking about pistachios.
Yeah.
I'm talking about almonds,
Yep.
Get
Walnuts.
some funny walnuts. Get them going.
Get them
you know?
going.
And then conquer it. Let your brain know
Let
that
your
you're
brain
in charge
take
of
over.
the
Situation.
the situation.
With
All right,
the
here
girl.
we go, everybody.
So,
Are you
back
ready
to-
for this?
All right. Ryu got laid every day of his life. And
Round one.
Sub-Zero froze all these chicks.
Oh,
and-
Ryu cheap shots and gets Sub-Zero with the Haruken. Haruken.
Oh, the beginning. What a terrible way to start. So, Sub-Zero throws a frozen ball. It hits Ryu. He uppercuts him, lands on his back, freezes him again, and sweeps him.
Oh, as Sub-Zero approaches Ryu, closer and closer he gets. All of a sudden, Ryu does the Haruken flip and flips him with his foot over his head and throws him to the other side of the screen.
And now Sub-Zero lies a puddle of water on the floor. Ryu starts slipping. He's almost falling. Sub-Zero kicks him in the face. Ryu goes to the corner, smashes his face. Oh man, he hit himself on bricks. It looks like it could be close to over.
Oh, and as Sub-Zero spams the kick button, he keeps Ryu in the corner until we get a super icicle
Oh,
Haruken uppercut.
man, it really dazes out Sub-Zero. He's about ready to give up. But there's something that happens. He gets an extra super scoop of ice, takes it back, points it at Ryu, lands it, kicks him in the face. Ryu goes in the corner. He is down.
And there we go. He's almost out of life, except for he gets up and does a sub seduction and wins the match. And then Sonya
Sub-Zero
and
lays on the
Chun-Li
ground.
come out
Helplessly dead.
and they start chewing them out for not bringing home the groceries in time.
Sub-Zero, why'd you bring home the groceries, you stupid idiot? Now you're dead.
Oh yeah, because obviously Sonya loves Ryu, and obviously Chun-Li loves Sub-Zero.
Because they're still from the same continent, country, and they
And,
were
and they said that
engaged.
they can't.
They were engaged,
They
actually.
said, "Hey, Sonya, you can't love Ryu.
Yeah.
We forbid it." And it
We
made
forbid it.
Sonya love him even more.
Yep. And so they ran
And they
off.
said the same
but-
thing with Chun-Li. They said, Chun-Li, we forbid you from loving Sub-Zero.
And she did.
Yeah.
And she loved him,
And she loved him.
but he wouldn't get up. So
But he got
this
knocked out.
story is to be concluded.
She still went
We
by
don't
his
know-
side and hugged him and kissed him. Sub-Zero still got Chun-Li.
Yes,
But-
he did.
Ryu wins the championship.
And Ryu wins. Sub-Zero's dazed out. He barely gets up. He doesn't even know what happened, actually. He asks Chun-Li, hey, what happened, baby? And she just goes, well, you didn't bring me groceries.
So that is what happened.
And
everybody knows
Ryu
that.
steps atop the pedestal and just says, once again, Capcom conquers.
So
Midway.
Ryder, who's your favorite fighter out of all the people in Midway on Mortal Kombat?
Midway. Mortal Kombat. Favorite
Who is
fighter.
your favorite fighter?
Favorite fighter. Probably Scorpion. Scorpion. Because he throws a little rope at him and he pulls him.
You know who
And
my
he really
favorite
chokes
fighter
him up.
is
Who's your favorite?
on Street
in
Fighter?
Street Fighter
Yours
Capcom.
is Scorpion?
Scorpion.
Oh, then we got to have this fight next week.
Who do we got on Street Fighter?
My favorite Street Fighter is Guile.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. They're like the same person.
No, Guile versus Scorpion next
All right,
week.
and that is coming to you guys next week. We can't do it now.
All right, everybody. Awesomeness is not far from your reach.
And we got that
Awesomeness
next show
is
coming.
not a far reach, everybody out there. And next week we got Guile versus Scorpion.
Awesomeness is not a far reach.
That's gonna be pretty good right there.
That's going to be a great match. That's going to be just as hard and crazy as our last matchup. Ryu stands up again as the champion, and Sub-Zero shakes his head in shame and has to do the walk of shame with Chun-Li.
All right, everybody, we gotta go. We gotta let you go. This show went on way too long. We
Whoa,
don't even know why.
we're way over. Sorry, producers.
But before we go, we want to tell everybody that good things do happen.
To great people.
And also, good things happen to your feet when you use Nike shoes
Wear them.
to comfort your foot.
Yeah. What about Adidas? When you wear
Adidas
Adidas
suck.
jerseys or shirts, then good things happen to your pH balance because it sucks it all in. And you might smell inside, but at least your shirt is sucking it in until you take it off.
Yes. Gentlemen out there, don't be stinky. Go ahead and get yourself some hyperallergenic t-shirts.
Yeah.
And then get yourself some new pairs of Nikes.
Get those Nikes out there.
Dress shoes Nikes.
Yeah, we got
Hiking Nikes.
Nike. Nike.
Mikey Jordan
Okay.
Nikes.
Nike.
Mikey Jordan Nikes that let you go on the streets.
And the Psyche Nikes are the Mikes.
You know, it
Don't
ain't,
buy the Mikes because
it
they're
ain't about the
Psyches.
color. It ain't about the color. Remember, it's about the character.
Yep, it is truly about the character and the character that Nike creates within you. So you could be a runner, you could be a gunner, you could be whoever you want as long as you
Or
got
you
those
could be
Nikes on
Chun-Li.
your feet.
And you just want some Mexican beef.
Yeah,
Everybody
they
out there, you want to have
Of
a good
course they
time out
do.
there? We want to tell you that it's Monday morning.
Monday
We
morning.
got the best part of the show right now for you.
Yeah,
it's called the
coming
2-minute
right up.
rundown. We're coming down, but let's just listen to this real quick
All right, let's give them a little taste of flavor.
while we just sip our
Real
last
fast.
beers.
Let's sip the end of our beers and then cheers. Pick good bag. All right, everybody. It is time for the greatest part of the show
Good
that
job.
we all love to call the
This is my right given by God to live a
2-minute rundown.
And this Friday,
What
we
is
had
up,
a
everybody? It
beautiful,
is a Monday
beautiful Friday.
morning and it's the 2-minute
was
rundown.
the
Your
5th
favorite part
of May. So May was Cinco de Mayo. Everybody celebrated in their own way. I hope you ate a lot of tacos and a lot of burritos and a lot of carnitas and a lot of carne asada and everything that was beautiful. And freedom is free. Mexicans are free. Shout out to all the Mexicans out there and every American out there as well. We actually, speaking of Mexico, we had a Mexican fight in Mexico. Canelo Alvarez won this Saturday his big pay-per-view fight on May 6th. It was humongous the day after Cinco de Mayo. He fought in his hometown and he won. Everybody was so excited. It ended in a 12th round as not a draw, but he won by decision. But he actually knocked him out in the 5th round. If you see the fight,
punches?
It was great and amazing. There was a knockdown, but not a knockout.
Any punches in
Still
the
a
nose?
great punches to the nose, broke the nose of his opponent from the United Kingdom. So, once again, Mexico beats United Kingdom in another war, just like we have won every war. Still undefeated. United States undefeated. Everyone undefeated. Lakers actually won too. They're 2-1, and we're ahead of the series. Good job, LeBron and Anthony Davis. So now we are ahead in the series. It's 2-1. Tonight is the big game 4. Golden State versus Los Angeles Lakers in Los Angeles. And what else do we got from Gunner for the rundown?
Well, you know, we want Curry to win, and that's what it is. We want Curry to win, but if LeBron James wins, I mean, I think the world wants LeBron James to win. And so if LeBron James wins, well, guess what? I live in Los Angeles, somewhere amongst the hills and the trees and the mountaintops, and LeBron James winning the Lakers championship for the Lakers in the United States, California means something good to Runner and Gunner here.
Yeah, it's huge because it's our hometown. And, you know, we love every American out there. We are in the land of the free and the home of the great. So everybody needs to enjoy themselves. Everybody, whatever state you are in the land of that free place, we want you guys to know that we are all free. We are all one. We're all the same. It doesn't matter if you're Mexican, Italian, European, whatever in, black in. Hey, we're all the same, and just enjoy that taco on your Friday, last Friday, Cinco de Mayo. I hope you guys had fun, and I hope everybody rode that burro that they love.
Yes, everybody, it is May 2023, everybody.
Welcome to May.
Welcome to May. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th
Cinco
be
de
with you.
Mayo, Mother's Day, May.
Oh, yeah, next Sunday coming. Better go get your mama gifts now.
Get your mama some gifts. I'll get your mama some gifts. You get her some gifts too. We're going to have a good time, everybody. It's May. Summer's coming up. Summer 2023.
Another hot one.
Spring. Things are growing. Go ahead and get you some. Get you some honey. Get your hand in that honey pot. Everybody out there, we just want you to have a God bless time.
Great time. And
Look
Zelda is coming out.
You could either sit there and mope on your Monday morning, talk about how the world's against you and this and that and
Nobody likes
corporations
me.
making too much money, or you can go get yourself some fistfuls of pie.
Woo!
Take it to your mouth, take it to your kingdom, save it up, take that honey, buy some honey for some, things that you need to make a bigger pot of honey, to make more honey than you and your family and generations of family could ever comprehend. And when I'm talking about money, I'm talking about honey, gold, moolah, kisses,
Ching ching.
pesos, McDonald's,
Dollars.
tokens,
Euros.
chips, whatever you call it. Everybody out there, have
Pounds.
yourself a good Monday morning.
Because
and as you know, if we say we could have a good Monday morning,
then you can have a great life. Happy Monday morning, everybody. And we just want you guys to know that the Runner Gunner Show is dedicated to everybody out there who is a non-Lenny or trying to be a non-Lenny, either or. As long as you're trying and striving to become a non-Lenny, then the Runner Gunner Show is the right show for you. So you are tuned in to the perfection of changing the Lennies every Monday morning. So don't tune out of this channel and stay tuned in at all times, because we are going to change your lives, your minds, the way you live, think, breathe, and eat on the Runner Gunner Show.
yes, everybody out there. And if you want to listen to a great podcast, this podcast is trending #1 on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, and a couple other underground ones that, I don't really remember the names of, but they do exist. Go ahead and find it on your web browser, your cell phone, It is the Runner and Gunner podcast.
Runner and Gunner podcast.
Right now, we are officially called the Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast. That's why we talk so much about video games. Because we love video games. We know there's a big culture out there of you who play video games. Even older people play video games.
Oh, yeah.
When I was a kid, I mean, there were some old men that were playing video games, and they were darn good at it. And so, you know, now that times have changed, things haven't changed, really.
Yeah.
Old men still play video games.
Mm-hmm.
Young people still play video games. We talk about video games. It's the new 2023 podcast. Everybody out there, check us out on social media. We're out there, too. We're on YouTube. We're coming back big time for YouTube in season 6.
Oh, yeah. The big comeback is here.
It's summer.
Season 6.
Everybody love each other. You know, we're still jealous of the 60s.
Yeah.
But guess what? It's 2023.
The new Summer of Love is here. And it has arrived. Runner and Gunner are going to be your hosts into all of the Summer of Love. So get ready to get some loving and show some loving to all your fellow women, or if you're a girl, then your fellow man. So you guys just have to be out there, be cool, and stay safe as well, because every Monday is the greatest days of your lives. That's what we give you. So we're here. I mean, just listen to us every single freaking Monday. Show the podcast.
Monday.
Your best video game podcast out there, and your best podcast out there.
Lunar Monday.
All right, everybody. Enjoy your Monday mornings. Have a safe drive home and a safe drive to work, or wherever you may be, or wherever you are going. Be safe. Love, peace, and enjoy each other's company.
The following episode was brought to you by Nikes, the most comfortable shoe on earth. Nike, we stand together. It was also brought to you by Cheerios. They've been proven clinically to lower your cholesterol.